Or we just gonna get straight forward. We're just gonna get straight into it. Because I was trying to make a video, but I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm just gonna yap for like an hour. I don't know. I mean, I could just make a regular video, but I'm just like, nah. I think I'm good. I think I might as well just do a stream. Let's do a stream as a form of like, all right, let's do like a stream as the video. I don't know. I mean, I could still upload it and everything, but still, it's like it's gonna go up to an hour, and I'd have to like cut some things. Either way, it's okay though. It's okay. Today, everyone, as the title implies, we're gonna be reacting to a video involving video essays. Yeah, I watched a bit of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing. What? No. Alright, anyways. I swear if you... I've been, like, lately, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about, like, video essays. And how, like, people just making fun of them. Just because of how, like, you really, like, you start to notice a pattern. How there's, like, a pattern. How it's, like, a lot of them sound very unnecessary and all that. It's like, dude, you're not wrong. I think I've seen videos that go on for an hour discussing how there's, like, a certain thing that's actually a lot darker than you think. It's, like, almost 45 minutes, almost to an hour, and I'm like, dude, I think I did watch it. I think I did watch one of them, and I was like, you could easily cut this, like, I look back at it, I'm like, you could cut this down to, like, a 10 to 15 minute video. Like, it's not that deep. Sometimes they be making unnecessary stuff. Like, it's kind of funny, it's like 10 to 15 minutes of, really nothingness. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think, it's like 10 to 15 minutes of nothingness. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I don't even know. Oh shoot. Oh damn. My legs. It's like 10 to 15 minutes of nothingness. It's very weird because one of the biggest jokes I've seen when it comes down to video essays is like they make like a joke, or they say something deep. They say something that genuinely sounds deep, and they just backtrack. They're all like, "Whoa, did I just do that?" It's like, come on, bro. You were so goated. You were so goated, and you had to backtrack. Be like, "Whoa, I was wise." It was like, dude, I don't even know. I think that's one of the. I think that's something that I think is kind of overdone a lot of the time. Not just in like stuff, like even in movies and shows. It's like someone's being deep. Someone, let's just say the comedic relief character is like supposed to be, ends up saying something pretty deep, and it's like everyone's looking at it like, what? It's like, and then they go back to being dumb, and it's like to saying something dumb or something happens. It's like, okay. I mean, there's this one movie that I remember watching. It was a Good Burger. It was Good Burger. That one dude, I forgot what his name. He starts like, I guess he's giving an I forgot what his name was. He gives like a, what was his name from Good Burger? Yeah, Ed. So it's like his buddy. I forgot what his name was, but it's like the other dude. He's like asking, how did he know about everything that was gonna go down? You know, why he didn't do what he was gonna do. It's like Ed gave a whole explanation surroundings of court, surroundings the injustices of court and all that, you know, and how problematic and time consuming they can be. It would be. All right, like Ed, who's supposed to be like the not so bright one, you know, ends up saying the most deepest and realest thing. And the funniest thing is that the guy, he does not question it. He's like, oh, okay, 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 and it just goes normal. It's like that right there. I was like, that's possibly the first. that was that thing. I was like, damn, this guy knows his stuff. But at the same time, it was also like, I think about it, I'm like, it was not ruined. It was not ruined by like someone being like, what? How did you know this? You know, it was like he continued talking. I was like, okay, okay, okay. I see. You know, it's like, I think that whole thing of, I think that leads up to this one. What I'm talking about right now is like they say something deep and they ruin it by just going back to it, being quippy, being like, "Whoa, did I just say that? Whoa, that was deep." You know, it's like, dude, you just ruined it. Let your audience determine if you're deep or speaking facts. If you're the one to do it, to be like, hey, bro, I know I'm speaking. You know, if you're like the one to say something deep and you go back to it, be like, whoa, did I just say that? Whoa, I was wise and all that. It's like, I mean, sometimes it could be funny, but other times it's like, no, dude, just let's get away from that, man. You're not that deep anymore. You can't force it. You just gotta know. You can't really force being deep. If it happens, it happens. Remember, right? Let the audience, let the people here, get like, be able to be insightful of it. Let them get an opinion on it. Be like, whoa, this dude being wise. He a wise Chinese man. I'm Uguay. All right. Anyways, but yeah, I've been seeing like a rise in people complaining about video essays and how long they can be. I swear, if you hold up, I agree. Because the more you watch them, the more you realize. The more you realize how like some of his stuff, it's like, it's not that bad, but like when you actually start getting, but it's like there's some that's good. What? Horror has always been gay. 42 minutes? You could cut that to like 20 minutes and I'd watch it. But even then, I wouldn't watch it. Oh my god. This is like this is what I'm talking about. Behind every tried wife, there's a horror story. It's all a lie. Okay, I think, okay, an hour long video. Okay, I could see. You see, it's like some of it, okay, yeah, I could see why it's an hour long. But other times, it's like, I don't know, dude. Trending person is cancelled. Oh my god. That's kind of funny because it's like, whoa, what? Lolita is the most misunderstood novel. Okay. I'm actually seeing the whole American thing and all that. I'm like seeing this thumbnail. I'm like, I'm a little curious. I'm curious, but I'm also like, I don't know, dude. What are you trying to imply? What are you trying to imply? Because if it's a, because I'll be honest with you, I heard about the book Lolita. I thought it was like, it's kind of wild. It's kind of wilding. They're kind of, whoever made this book is kind of wilding, dude. They're wilding. Because like, because I hear that there's like movie adaptations of it, like two of them. I think was there two? I think there was two. There was like one back in like the 60s or 70s. I remember like one that was created in the 90s, I think. Or in the 80s or 90s, I don't know. And then it's like both of them did terribly. And both of them, they were like controversial, weren't they? I think they just didn't do well. I think that's it. But I would not be surprised if they got controversy. Okay, so I'll think about watching this one on my own time because I'm like curious. Most controversial book in history. What do you mean? 40 minutes? The Giving Tree? Alright. How to reach critically in the age of bad media literacy. Oh yeah, these ones, people talking about, you know, giving, you know, oh, it's over. You know, I think those are the kinds of YouTubers I kind of hate too, or the kind of videos that I kind of hate too. Like, I've seen it too much. It's like, it's like these thumbnails, and it's like, let's just say, let me just give an example. DreamWorks. There's various videos being like, oh, one movie from DreamWorks comes out. All right, let's just say Puss in Boots. All right, or no, The Bad Guys. Let me just go with that one. The Bad Guys did well. People loved it. Everyone's saying we're so back. All right, we're so back. The next one, that one Kraken girl movie, is like, it didn't do well. People didn't like it, and it was like, no. And then the next video, the next one, Puss in Boots. The next video make Puss in Boots. All right, they say we're so back. It's like, so are we back or are we not back? Because if we're not back, it's all because no matter if it's we're back or not, they're gonna be pumping out bad and good movies. All right, so there is no such thing as we are so back and all that. You do not need to say that. If it's gonna become we're not back. We're not gonna be back, dude. We're not gonna be back. God, I hate those videos. Like, those thumbnail videos is like, so are we back or not? Alright. Oh God.
Whatever you think of the Teletubbies, there's no denying the impact they had on the visual media. And it all started at the beginning.
What? Okay. Oh, I feel like I've seen that one. The paradox of being a good person. George Orwell's warning to the world. Millennial writing. The Lego. What? You see, it's stuff like this. What do you mean it's communist propaganda? And it's not. It's just talking about how good the movie is. I don't even know. Is it? I know I was gonna be on one video, but it's like, I'm curious about this whole topic of just video essays not being that good. This is the downfall of Mr. Balls. And it's like it's like these kinds of videos, and it's like hours long. You know, the funnier aspect is that there's like people that make videos like this, and it's the person in question that's canceled, and that they're making a downfall video of. You've never heard of them before. It's like, so who is this? Like, there's this one person named Birdie, I think. And I guess they were I guess they did some stuff. They did stuff. I don't know. It was a whole, like, even listening to it, it was like so dumb because it was like the whole situation was like, so really everyone was in the wrong. At the end of the day, my opinion came down to, so everyone was basically wrong. Alright, so it's like there was no victim. Everyone's just having the victim complex. The god complex. Bear proves he's an unethical loser and obsession. We're acting like a victim. Ugly Doll's the most corporate movie of all time ever. That's the kind of ironic, cause this is what you be seeing too. They say it's the most corporate movie of all time ever. And then another movie that's that does the same thing is like the most corporate movie of all time. That one's gonna end up getting the name. So it's like, so is it really the most so is Ugly Dolls really the most corporate movie of all time ever, or is it really this new one that you're talking about? It's dumb. 1980s gamer trying to justify a law account. You can never justify that.
Were once YouTube's bread and
You
butter.
can never
Now they're more
just
like
it.
YouTube's laughing stock of lazy sloth. But did these 10 to 700 minute videos really change, or was it us that changed? I've noticed that
I mean, by this
videos
point,
are
everyone
getting
changed.
less views but more criticism than ever before. We're calling them too similar, too repetitive, too boring, yet too experimental. All of these things beg the question, are video essays a thing of the past? Today I want to go over why video essays suck so hard now, and then we're going to try to predict where the future of YouTube is heading. To understand the current landscape of video essays, we have to go back to the beginning. The color TV was invented in shut the fuck up, dork. We are not doing that shit here. The first issue with video essays is all the goddamn fluff, and we all know why they do this. Longer videos means more ads.
God, I hate
more
that.
ads.
And the craziest part is that some of the the craziest part is that sometimes it's like I think there's something that kind of icks me a little is whenever they're aware that they're making it longer. Whenever they're aware that they're making it longer, just to get like ads and all that, just so they can gain money, and it's like, dude, so you're just wasting my damn time. So you're just wasting my damn time for absolutely no reason. You know, you're wasting my damn time trying to get to the point of the topic just so you can earn money. Man, I want to watch an informative thing, an informative video, not hearing you yap and repeat yourself every day.
Ads
Every single time.
Means more Johnny Test merchandise you could buy. I understand that sometimes you got to provide some background for the topic you're talking about. When I'm talking,
But sometimes it's
I can
unnecessary.
explain I'm talking about the game made by
Unnecessary,
Disney
though.
that had you goofing around cream pieing business robots until it was shut down in 2013. But that doesn't mean I have to sit here and tell you the Disney company was founded by Walt Disney, whose head may or may not be frozen. I know who Walt Disney is. I've seen his frozen head before. Another thing that makes
That's
me
not him. That's a
so
lie.
giddy and
That's a
happy when I'm
lie.
watching a YouTube video is when they pause the video every 12 seconds to insert a slightly relevant news clip or like meme react clip.
It's called the Devious Lick Challenge.
Extra bonus boner points if the volume is just completely fucked. Like they narrate it at this nice talking volume, but then every clip they throw in is so loud it has your necktie blowing behind you like that old.
You know, I think I can see that. It's like sometimes it's like, oh, it's normal. It's like that was it was I don't even know.
Cassette ad. Again,
I think it's
sometimes
just me
you do
hating.
have to paint a picture by
I think it's just
providing
me
some
hating.
background
No.
or throwing in some relevant clips from other sources, but let's not pretend this isn't done to compensate for something else half the time. People can tell when you're padding out your video, and personally, I don't understand why you guys need to pad out your videos. I need the opposite of padding. I am constantly having to cut shit out of these fucking works of fart to keep them slim. You know what makes fluffing your videos so easy though? A little thing called AI, which, oh my god, is so prevalent in the video essay community right now. From idea generation, to scripting, to narrating, to B-roll, to eventually editing and uploading, some channels have no issue using AI for everything. At that point, it makes you wonder, what are you living for? I get you want to make a passive income with one simple click, but if you can't even be bothered to write a video essay, one of the easiest forms of self-expression, then what are your interests in life? Do you have thoughts? Are you human? When you get all that hypothetical money in your bank account, what do you use it for? Also, this AI shit goes both ways. Let me switch sides to show you a visual of this. As a viewer of content, I can also use AI.
I think what he's doing right now is kind of funny because there be people that like really YouTubers that be like doing this, where it's like 1 minute they're like you're watching a video, you're watching the screen, you're watching the video. One moment they're one side, and then the other it's like I mean it's cuts, maybe we're just adjusting, but it's like sometimes it becomes like so noticeable. It's like, alright, so you're trying to keep my attention, dude. I just want to watch certain. I don't even know. I don't know. I think it's just me.
We truly are living in virtual
I think I'm just
insanity,
hating.
aren't we? I can get everything summarized so I don't have to sit through 18 minutes of One Direction fan fiction, but I had so many other things I wanted to get done today, like summarize this 24-minute video about the most referenced paintings. Now here's where I tell you, just don't use the AI summary if you don't want to, and you go, okay, thanks, I won't. And then I tell you it's because there's a better way to not watch YouTube videos with YouTube Premium's new auto speed feature. This cool new feature speeds past those pesky intros and title cards some dumbass animator spent hours creating and any boring fluff that isn't constant stimulation. Then this is the part where we kiss. That's enough bad talk about AI. Let's talk about the good side of AI, like how YouTube uses AI to understand what your video is about to present it only to people interested in said subject rather than a...
That's kind of crazy, because I be seeing those memes where it's like, people are talking about, I think, there was one I remember. It was one post I remember seeing. It was someone make a video of saying talking about how AI took over their job. I forgot how many it was, but how long it was, but I think it was like 10 minutes, I think 17, I think 14, I don't know. It's like they put how AI took over their job, and it's like the summary on YouTube said, you know, it summarizes how AI took over his job. I'm like, damn. Damn, a headshot right there. There's another thing I remember seeing.
Generalized audience of random.
Just watching this. Oh my god, I thought I would forget her. Oh my god, just watching this is giving me flashbacks. Oh,
People
I'll
don't
explain.
give two squirts about it. Oh wait, it doesn't do that. Does not do that. Student loans, giant snakes, online safety. These are just some of the scariest things I could think of off the top of my head. But here's the thing, I have a solution for one of those fears. Today's partner, Toggle VPN. It's for the online safety one. I don't think they could ward off giant snakes, but they can guarantee your online safety. Toggle VPN is just as the name suggests. It's a VPN account in my house, and Toggle VPN go. Here's the thing though, you can protect yourself. The description. I understand. Thank you to Toggle VPN for sponsoring this video. I talk about a lot of things on this channel. I understand that not everything I talk about is interesting to everyone, but it still blows my mind how badly the recommended system sucks eggs. If we're using AI to scrub my content to the point where the AI knows everything about the
So wait, is this whole video about just AI?
Mom's videos only a 20-year-old attractive young man would be interested in. I like your hair, by the way, buddy.
Get exclusive Mortal Kombat 2 wallpapers for your PC with Bing.
Dude, I could like screenshot this. Hold up. I could just let it... I could just leave it be. Can I remove this? Hell no.
Choose your fighter.
Remove the closed captions. Hold up. This is kind of funny. Yeah, I could literally screenshot this, except right above that black icon with the backgrounds your desk for your desktop. I could just screenshot it. If you're trying to make me pay, I'm just gonna screenshot it. Hopefully, if it's free, then okay, but if it is, but if it isn't, then I'm just gonna be like, dude, y'all are dumb. I could just screenshot it.
New wallpapers.
No, sure.
I'm not just complaining because it means my videos underperform, not to mention a bunch of much bigger channels I've talked to are also dealing with this issue, but I'm complaining because I never get anything relevant in my recommended feed. I never get anything good in there. I have to fight for that shit through hundreds and hundreds of stupid memes countless times I am not interested in. I don't want to see this. Get this off of my feed. I think a proper recommended system is crucial because it helps more niche videos reach the audiences they deserve.
Oh.
That is super important for video essays because that shit can get niche, like scary niche, like maybe we're running out of ideas niche. When everyone can upload to YouTube, but it's mostly just dudes in their 20s making video essays, original ideas can run a little dry. I personally don't subscribe to this belief, but I know that a lot of people think that every YouTube video essay is the same thing and that all the good ideas are gone. Yes, a lot of ideas are repeated, but that's just how art works. I feel like I'm gonna get Mangione for calling video essays art. When you see video number 242 about why modern gaming sucks, it's easy to
I get so sick of it. It's like, can y'all leave me alone? While it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny thinking about like the whole modern games and nostalgia and all that, because it's like, I know damn well the only reason why you're hating on modern games is because you're just nostalgic, dude. That's all it is. Half the time it's like, okay, maybe you're right, but I know damn well the other half it's like, dude, you're just nostalgic, dude. So why should I listen? You know, it's kind of funny. You know, the more I think about it, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny in my situation, because if you're someone like me, you would actually not be playing. You would actually want the opposite. You would want some of the newer stuff. You want the I don't know, PS5, Xbox. You want some of the games that they have on it. You know, in a situation like me, really, you'd be playing like stuff like, you'd be stuck in with the PS3, PS2, Wii, 360. I mean, I got the Switch right now, the older model. You know, and if you're like me, you'd actually want the opposite. You'd be like, man, I don't care if the modern games suck. I at least want to see some good. You know, I at least want some new. You know what I mean? Pretty much something like that. All right. It's kind of funny. And to any of the people out there that are like, oh, I'm so nostalgic, it's like too damn bad. On my end, I don't feel nostalgic because I'm literally stuck with it, dude.
Assume, oh my god, I've seen this 242 times before. You grew up and you don't have a bunch of free time to play video games anymore. And you might be right. A lot of the times the video is just that. But I would argue that the majority of the time it isn't just that. Video essays,
I'm pretty sure it is,
because they are so versatile. 100 people can tackle the same subject and not only provide new information, but take completely different angles. Maybe Tony over here hates modern gaming.
Right, but at the end of the day, it's like, it still leads up to the same thing. It's like, well, why should I still watch? Nah, I'm just kidding. At the end of the day, it's like you still. I mean, it is kind of sad though, because it's like sometimes you could watch the same video. You could be watching, like, hearing someone gives their own perspectives of it. The best thing is to find someone that actually does give a different angle or different perspective on it. But the worst thing is when everyone else, when it's basically the same, when you're hearing the same thing, like everyone's basically saying the same thing. All right, like I mean, everyone can say, like, it's okay if it leads up to the same thing, to the same opinion, but you're just saying it differently or giving your own giving your own perspective on it. But it's like, when it comes out, but it's like sometimes it could lead up to, you know, everyone's kind of saying the same thing, you know, not exactly, but it's like, you know, it's like in other words.
Because he doesn't like microtransactions. Meanwhile, I think modern gaming sucks because there aren't enough thick Russians anymore. These kinds of thick Russians. I don't want to dismiss your feelings about video essays, though. They are valid. I don't know how many videos I've watched that are just 90% reading Wikipedia articles or regurgitating opinions I've heard a million times before. Being relatable and saying predictable things is fine when you're using it to lay the foundation for your thesis. You can't build a Minecraft house without first...
When playing games on PC, do you ever wonder if someone had a clip with you in it? Download Metal, then go to Albums.
Leave me alone, I don't care.
A big L on the ground. But dude, when the majority of your video is just things that people already think or believe, you're not adding anything. The best video essays start with something familiar and then dive deeper into it to provide a completely new and interesting perspective. People see someone else do something and think, I could do that, and honestly, you can, but the truth is you're not gonna get those numbers that those people got. The harsh reality is that's not really something you could prevent when you're starting out. Sure, we might all think this video sucks, but it might...
How tomato shaped the...
necessary steps.
Like, it feels like half of the time, I'll be honest, it feels like they be making videos of anything. 20 minutes about a toy. 20 minutes about a character. It's like, okay, I'm curious. But when the whole thing is like, okay, you sure those go back down to 10.
The pondering light bulb here needs to take to eventually get to creating beautiful, incredible art. What's making all this worse is the meta of YouTube. You can't fight it as a small guy. I'm not even small, dude. I'm hitting 38 this year, standing tall at 6'5", and I'm still struggling with it. 245 pounds of lean muscle at that. And so are huge channels that are much bigger than mine. You might be tired of thumbnails like this or titles like that, but guess what, dude? It fucking works. It works better than anything else. I'm gonna give you guys a little inside scoop here. When you see a creator's thumbnail that you just absolutely hate, we also hate it. YouTube lets you test both thumbnails and titles, whichever gets the most.
Fast food lost the plot. The golden age of fast food is dead. Fast food is literally not worth it anymore. How much money are you know? There's no way. Hold up. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way everything is performing. So this guy is literally using his own videos, I think. Why early 2000 animation felt alive? Dude, what do you mean felt alive? The Chicken Little, dude. Can you imagine having a whole town hating on your kid? No, dude. We're moving out. We're moving out. The Fortnite-fication of everything. Yeah, I understand that. Why celebrities are no longer cool. Why everyone ditching their phone. Why everyone's ditching their phones now, and it, okay, 14 minutes, okay, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. But I haven't ditched my phone yet, dude. I still haven't ditched it, and I'm still playing on my Switch. I'm still playing on my or actually, I don't play much on my 3DS, but I still play it, dude. You know. Sometimes I even have it when I'm playing on the damn TV. You know, I don't even use my laptop to watch video. I mean, to leave videos on. I use it to game and all that. You know. Big Tug doesn't teach me Rocket League. Oh wait, that's something else. What the hell is monoculture? The slopification of branding. Seeing that Starbucks? There's something that I kind of noticed, and it feels like coffee in general is kind of overused. Trust. What wrong for Stranger Things? I watched the nostalgia is dead. Now that's a tough topic to even go on about. It feels like when it comes down to nostalgia, when everyone's doing it, that's when it feels like it ruins the whole fascination of nostalgia. No. I don't think. I mean, it's cool looking back at things, but it also doesn't feel cool because then you stay stuck in the past, like, oh, everything's better, and it's like, dude, you see some cool thing, it's like, yeah, I'm getting this. But yeah, Stranger Things. So I watched the first season of Stranger Things, and I was trying to keep an open mind about it, but everything about it just pissed me off. It like this dude right here, curly haired dude was cool, but the other that bull hair guy right here, all right, or this dude right there, that would be okay. Now he's there. Bull-haired kid. I don't even know. I haven't gone to past the second season, but supposedly from what I found out, he's gay. Oh my god, guy in the back between this dude right here, pissed. No, this dude is like, how there is no way. Like, dude is like, how do you have a friend like him? Like, dude, for me, I'd be putting him in his place if as a kid, I don't even know. I think if I was in middle school or high school, I'll be putting him in his place. Yeah, I think I would. Nah, this kid right here, this dude, nah, man, my man was too angry. It was like, out of this guy. He's so real for what he does, but it's like, no, dude. It's like, damn, you too angry, bro. What's your problem? I don't know. That's with me. I don't know. But either way, though, Stranger Things, no, dude. I tried to like it. I was curious about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just watch it. First season, I finished it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going on with it. I don't know. I think it was too hyped. People were like overhyping it, you know, saying, "Oh, it's the best show," and I'm like watching. I'm like, "Oh, okay, let me see. Let me." You know, I was like, you know what? Let me check it out. I watched it. I'm like, I don't like all these characters. Like, there are some characters that I like, but or some stuff I like, but or some characters really that I like, but it's like it's like it's kind of tough to even bring up what exactly I like. I think I like the Upside Down story. Okay. That's cool. I like the creature design. I like the Demogorgon. What else? The love triangle love plot? No, dude. I don't think I like it. There's that dude. Henry, I think. What was his... I forgot his name. I don't know. He seemed pretty cool. I don't know. I thought he was cool. Nancy, she was okay, I guess. I don't know. I guess she was cool. I guess. But I didn't like the love triangle thing. But yeah, Bizkid's family. But Bizkid's family though, the Bizkid bull hair guy, bull hair. I feel like I'm saying bowler hat guy. Bull hair kid's family and their side story. I swear, I think I've seen some seasons. I think it was Hawkins and what's his name? Damn. But yeah, either way, his mom and this one other dude, they go on adventures. They go on their own side plot, and it's like, dude, how is this better than the main plot of the show? How is this better? I don't know. I thought it was cool. How to not suck at getting gifts. Man, you calling me out. It's Cozy Gaming valid. The fact that I'm seeing coffee, I swear. Okay, so there's something I gotta say. It's like, I think this is overused. I think coffee, in my opinion, has been or any sort of caffeine drink, or really just coffee. I think, in my opinion, it's been over. I think I've seen it too much. I think people are. How do I explain it? Because it feels like I'm straight like. It feels like I know I'm like, okay, I'm okay with hating, but like at the same time it's like, how am I making it valid? How do I make it valid? How do I make it valid? How do I explain it? How like, I don't know how to explain it. Cause it's like I be mainly seeing it in indie. In the indie animation space, and I'm like, this is overdone, dude. Just, like, people, like, it's like, I know, I get that there are people that treat coffee as their lifeline and all that, you know. For me, it's like, I got other ways, dude. Just being in my bed. I got energy drinks, I guess. I got water. I got soda. But like, you know, coffee, okay, I drink it sometimes. I don't mind. You know, I can imagine this whole situation, right? Like, I kind of thought of this idea where it's like, if I made a series, if I had my own series, you know, if I actually planned on making my own series, I think I would love to kind of poke fun at it. Like, I don't mind the characters drinking coffee, but I wouldn't overuse it. I wouldn't actually put it at the forefront. I think it would be like, okay, something that we drink once in a while. Someone's like, oh yeah, let me try that. You know? But one of the biggest things I would just do is just use a milkshake. I thought of the idea of like, yeah, you want to have these guys do a milkshake, alright? I thought of like this one funny idea. It's almost like a Stitch situation, you know? Where it's like, you got the hands of some characters that are like, you know, they're all drinking coffee, mochas, whatever it is. Whatever the hell it is. And you got the 5 of them, you know, they're just holding their hand, they're drinking milkshakes. And it's like, they kind of breaks a mold. And it's like, yeah, dude, we just like milkshake. It's not our lifeline. It's just, we just like it. I don't know. I think that's just me. No, I think that's just me. I think I'm just hating. I don't know. I mean, I know that it's like, okay, I could hate, but it's like, there's an art to hating. There is an art form to it. There's an art form to hating, to the point where it doesn't sound obnoxious. It just puts it out there. Alright? People understand what you're trying to say, or people are understanding it, I guess. Some people may understand it, others are like, you're just hating on coffee, dude? Or you're just hating on it, man? Like, there's an art form to hating, to where at the end of it, you feel satisfied with what you're saying. There's an art form, and at the end of it, you're able to like get it out, and you know, it's almost like, yeah, you know what? People know, you know, you at least get it out, and it's like, yeah, you know what? I feel relaxed now. I feel better. There's legit an art form to it, and I feel like it needs to be done. One thing for sure is that hating is not rage baiting. Rage baiting is its own thing, alright? If you're simply just hating just to get entertainment out of it and just to rage bait, that's not hate. You're just rage baiting, dude. That's not hating or anything like that. You're literally just trying to rage bait. That's not cool. Sometimes it's not. Like, if it's funny and you genuine, like, if it comes out as funny and not obnoxious, okay, that's funny. Okay, you can rage bait, but it's like hating, it's like, it's something else. It's like you just want to get your point across. It's like, yeah, you know what, I'm saying this because it's like, I'm sick of it. So, I don't even know what to talk about. Cause I just left that video. I realized I just left that video because it was like, what is this guy on about? What happens when the villain is right? This is another video from someone else. Wait, I have to realize I'm not showing it. What happens when the villain is right? Well, when the villain's right, it's like, oof. You kind of need to... I don't know. When they're right, it's like they're right. When they're right. But you know that they're doing it in a different way. And it's like, I don't know. The fall teenager, the angst of becoming. Well, depictions of guys. Everyone knows who's being performative except themselves. Car performative in action. Has Glenn Z disturbed hobbies? I'm 26 and I have no hobbies. Maybe 1 in 4 people consider social media a genuine hobby. There's no way. Why conservatives and cynics don't seem to like Superman? The politics of positivity. You know, I'm not even going into that. That's some political stuff I don't think I'd rather go into. How No, I'm Not Human explores discrimination. You need to how to keep living when you'd rather not. Oh damn. That video is not for me, man. y'all can find it. It's by SisFist55. There's a video essays about video essays. 25 minutes. Oh, and he's No. It was this one person named Funky Frog Bait. It was this one other person I remember. It was like Funky Frog Bait. I don't know what it was, but it was like something about like an AI. Something about like how she explained how AI is gonna ruin the earth or something. I don't know, something like that. And then I guess there was an AI summary of it. I was like, damn, okay. Why is this my biggest 15 minutes? Okay. What even is the FNAF lore anymore? And it's like an hour. It's like, dude, I'm surprised. No, hold up. Let me show. What even is a FNAF lore video anymore? And it's like an hour 51. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna watch that. It's like, dude, I'm not. We all had that phase when we were kids. Anyone born a bit before FNAF and you were still a kid, or possibly in elementary when it came down to FNAF, is like during that time you at least when it first started, it was like you at least had that phase. I definitely did. I grew out of it and I just found other interests. Alright. At some point, I straight up lost interest in the series, and just even following the history and lore about it. I just know all I've been focusing on was what I'm seeing in the game. I don't think I want to know what else there is to know about. And if I find out about some, I'll find out about some. But if it doesn't add anything, I'm not even gonna go into FNAF. I'm not even gonna try and figure out what the game is, what the franchise is, what the story is. It feels like it's just all over the place. It's like in an hour. There's no way I actually watched it. There's no way I actually watched it a little. An hour 50 with one. An hour and 15. No, dude. I can't do an hour and 50 about someone trying to figure out what the games are. No, dude. That's what it is. I don't even know. So sad. So sad. And a lot of worst horror controversies. Oh yeah, some of it was pretty terrible. Why the no kill rule doesn't work? The lawsuit situation just went nuclear and I don't even know what you're talking about. Sorry, Pegasus, but I'm gonna have to skip over you. I think people watch that dude, but... Or I think it's like... Oh, wait, hold up. More Pegasus analyze recent controversies involving streamers Crazytron and Denim. So the discussion covers allegations of reckless behavior while driving an ongoing legal dispute surrounding copyright and reaction content on the platform. I don't even know who Crazytron is. I don't know who Denim is. You see, that's exactly the problem. It's like people you've never heard of before. It's like, why am I gonna watch a 37-minute video of it? Why am I gonna watch that, dude? Why am I gonna watch that? Was there anything new added to it? Was there really? How kids' food became the new cigarette. What do you mean? What do you mean, bro? Ew, what is that? A little like booty. A little like doo-doo. The problem with Greek myth retellings. Why we're all escaping to fantasy in the Middle Ages again. Medieval ochre. Medieval core. Video essays are starting to suck. Why? Movie Bob explores the shifting landscape of YouTube video essays, analyzing how creators struggling to find fresh meaningful perspectives within a content-driven algorithm. The discussion centers on the challenges of maintaining originality when popular culture topics often lead to the same repetitive analytical conclusions. Yeah, dude, I think this one, I think the whole 30-minute thing, okay, I think I understand. I think I kind of understand. If it's that big, okay, I kind of understand. Greg Heffley versus Nikki Maxwell. Nah. The Kirkification. Video essays and YouTube. Oh my god. This is the kind of thumbnail I'll be seeing when when a group of YouTubers are getting cancelled. What they did was so terrible, it will surprise. Number 1 will surprise you. Number 10. Top 5 YouTubers who did the most terrible thing ever. Number 5. It was number 5. I don't even know. I don't even know. There's like a lot of terrible stuff I can actually think of. But it's like it's well-known stuff. Lame's Courting Ruined My Life, a video essay. What? The Gaylor Conspiracy. What? Book Talk Ruined Wedding, Performative Male Readers. Book Talk needs to... No, dude. Performative males is kind of crazy. Book Talk doesn't read. I never read a prologue. It doesn't literally just offer yap. I only read dialogue. I don't care. The rest doesn't matter. You can't be a book person. You can't say you love books if you don't read them. If you don't actually read them. This user is first of all a human being. How to actually get smarter again. Nah, I think I'm good. Revisiting the downfall of Game of Thrones. Why am I still looking at video essays? I don't even know. I don't even know. It happened. Shoot. Y'all know what's crazy? Now that something I find crazy now that I was looking into all that, now that I was looking into video essays, it kind of reminds me, oh my god, what was her name? It was Jen something. But I know hold up. What was her name? I know this one guy, this one movie YouTuber talked about it. Talked about her because she was so dumb. Like I watched it and I'm like, dude, you're just a political channel. You're just trying to push political stuff into stuff that it shouldn't be political. It was a guy named Movies with Mark. What was her name? What was her name? No. Oh, my head. My head. No, there was this one video. That was the Blazes Guardians. No, this one. Lester Bell. Oh my god. I watched this, like that's really the thing about, and also one more thing. So that's really the thing about, video essays. They're all not bad. At the end of the day, they're all not bad. It's just that, I mean, as the guy said, they're all not bad. It's just that it's kind of tough to make. It's just kind of tough, and sometimes people just, they kind of end up doing the usual. Like, it's okay to not even be goofy, to just you know, be straight out telling, you know, what you're talking about, and you know, you don't have to do you don't have to do all this extra stuff. You can, if you don't have much ideas, you could just, you know, just go straightforward. Just straightforward for it, you know. No one's gonna bash you. They're at least gonna, like, if you have like an opinion or something, you have an opinion. Like, no one's gonna bash you for it. You know, if you don't have any ideas, then you might as well, I don't know. It's very tough though. It's very tough. Yeah, I don't know. It's just me, man. But yeah, there's this one lady called Lester Bell. Holy shoot, dude! Oh my god. I was watching movies with Mark's video on her. A full of film criticism, and I think there's like some other. I think when I searched her up, so I could be like, who is this? I saw I saw a few others, you know, talking about her, you know, saying how she's a terrible critic, terrible film critic. I swear, if you, she be the kind of person that I be thinking whenever. Oh no, dude. You know, I'm just gonna hold off on whatever I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold it off. But still, yeah, dude. I watched her. I watched this video on her, and it was like she got some bogus opinion. And yeah, at the time when I actually I went onto her channel, I found a video on Predator, Badlands, which I thought was a good movie. I thought it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed watching it. I actually watched it twice. I almost tripped over. It was a popcorn bucket. I ended up getting on my second viewing. I didn't get the cup though. I'm a little upset, but you know what? No. It was a head bag on my second viewing. It was for my first, you know. I thought it was cool. During my second viewing, where I got the head from, I sadly didn't get the cup. I wish if I did, but no, I didn't. But yeah, Predator Badlands, I thought it was a great movie. It was really cool. You know, seeing the interaction of how a predator would end up reacting when he's kind of forced to go against his you know, the honor code, the strict honor code. It's really interesting because we find Get Val on screen. At the same time, we also find out Predator as a protagonist. I think that's cool. I think the whole idea of having a Predator as a protagonist is pretty cool. Alright. Like I thought the movie was enjoyable. I really did like the movie. But damn, there was a negative side to the movie, and it's outside of it. It was people that were criticizing the movie. I don't mind if you criticize the movie. I don't really mind. You know, there might be people that might not positively likes the story, but they do it. But they might. I don't know. Whatever it is. But there's like some people that actually criticize the movie just because of, you know, just because it didn't feel like a Predator movie. And I'm like, dude, well, what do you like the Predators, they're not simply mindless killers. They know what they're doing. They're actually smart. They know what they're doing. In the movies, it's usually always been plot armor. In my opinion, I will admit, sometimes in the first movie, kinda, but like the second movie, a little bit, but either way, it feels like sometimes it's always been plot armor. It's always been plot armor trying to give the human main character that's gonna end up fighting the Predator kind of like the plot armor. If you think about it, I would agree. The plot armor is kind of there, but either way, those movies I liked, except the 2018 one. The 2018 one, I don't know, it was less terrible. The 2018 movie was no, it was a terrible movie. I could only see it as a parody of the franchise, but even then it was a pretty terrible parody. Alright, I could not take it seriously as an actual Predator movie. But yeah, either way though, I enjoyed the movie. I recommend it. I recommend it. Alright. I think it's a fun watch. I think it's a really fun watch. Alright, I actually did enjoy it. I like the story that they had, you know. I guess people are, I would say though, that it feels like it makes sense in some way. Like there's a robot character, her name's Tia, I think? Nia? I don't know. I mean, she's more like the joyful one. And okay, maybe someone's gonna find her a little annoying, but at the same time, it feels like you listen to this. I think you watch the movie, you find out like, oh, she's kind of like really curious one, you know, yaps and all that, and it kind of and it really does fit into her character now. It's like you kind of see where Deck is coming from. It's like, God, this, like, you can't tell me he's been thinking, God, I can't miss one, just shut up. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think there were people that didn't. I think I do remember people didn't like her character, but it was like, on my end, it was like, I think I understand, but at the same time, I think it's kind of funny because it's like, you pretty much have a robot that just, you know, that's just excited to explore, you know. So it's like, I'm not really gonna bring off points on it. I still enjoyed it. I thought it was a really great movie. I think it's I think what I really did like was just the idea of having a Predator as a main character. I think that's all it was. I think that's really what it was, and it really did well. I'm actually hyped for whatever follow-up there is to Predator Badlands. I'm actually pretty hyped about it. But yeah, going back to Lester Bell. Oh my god. But she was like, there was people that did not like the movie, and there was like that didn't like the movie. And I don't mind the criticism. I don't mind when people have their own criticisms or didn't like it. But the kind of criticisms that I actually hated was when they put out when it was like, oh, the Predator, he's supposed to be this mindless killer, or he's, you know, they make it sound like the Predator is always supposed to be this mindless killer, but but they're never mindless killers. They know what they're doing. They have a strict honor code. Many of them actually do break away from it, either for one reason or another. All right, and yeah. There are people that they're pretty much LARPer. That's all I'm gonna say. It's almost like people that know that think they know Predator, but they don't. Alright, they don't. And it's like, it's yap. It's almost like, yeah, I know, but it's like, no, you kind of don't. You kind of the whole thing actually goes a lot deeper, alright, than just what you're seeing on screen. Like, what you're seeing on screen, it's basically the base level, alright. I mean, there are some things. I mean, it's not simply base level, but it's like you do get some little hints going deeper into their culture. But it's like a lot of, even in the Aliens vs. Predator movies, alright, especially Requiem, you see like a lava planet where Wolf comes from. I guess he's just watching over. It does go a little deeper. It does go a little deeper, especially in the comics and video games. Alright, they do go further and expands their culture more. You know, they show more of it. But either way, it's like LARPers. I swear, it's like, no, dude, stop. If you don't know what you're talking about, just if you're trying to act like a fan, don't, dude. You're just a poser. You're just like Godzilla fans sometimes, alright? Like, sometimes there are some, like, you sometimes sound like Godzilla fans, or no, or posers. You know, these posers definitely you know, they be everywhere. They're not simply the Godzilla, Predator, Alien franchise, you know, and all that. They're literally everywhere, alright? They're everywhere, and it's starting to piss me off. These LARPers really gotta hop off and just actually be open-minded, alright? I don't, you know, I've always been the kind of, you know, it feels like I've always been the kind of guy to be like, okay, kind of be open-minded, but still, you know, have your own opinions on it, you know, still feel like, yeah, you still have your own opinions on it, but it's like, no, dude. But it's like, I think it's a situation where, yeah, you will need to be open-minded about it. You will need to be open-minded about it. These guys need to be open-minded, because it's like, no, dude, they just sound like posers. They just sound terrible. Alright, especially with a lot of their takes. But yeah, Jezebel though she had like I was kind of worried, and you I was worried that she made a video on Prayer Badlands, and I found out yes, she made one. I was like, I go into it. It's political. That's what it feels. You know, I watched a bit. I watched a bit of it, and I realized she started to get a little. She started like that's what it leads up to. She ends up leading up to political topics. She ends up going from like she doesn't even talk about what she's talking about, why it's terrible or something. She ends up getting political. You know, she blames it on political stuff, you know, like feminism and all that. It's like, why you gotta get political? Leave the politicals out of your videos. Why aren't you just a political channel? If you're getting so much into politics, why aren't you a political channel? All right, stay away from the damn movies. All right, there was one video that she made. It was about like how she was complaining about how her theater closed. All right. And I was like, you know, funny thing is that I think I found out. I think I found which theater she's talking about. But yeah, she said that, but I don't know, I could be wrong, but she ends up saying, she ends up talking about how her local theater ended up closing, and I'm like, and when I'm watching it, it's like, okay, that's terrible. But, and she, you know, she gets into this, she starts getting into this dramatic, you know, oh, it's so terrible because I used to go with my friends, it was my childhood, all that. And then it leads up to like, I think political stuff. I don't even know. We gotta see that. I know damn well she got a little political with it. You know, she's, you know, I get the economy, but I get the economy is kind of terrible, but honestly, it's our Lupita Nyong'o lectures Homer for not featuring enough. I'm like, what? The best comic celebrity with a hug, yes, what the hell? Wait, wasn't Disclosure Day a good movie? I don't even know. It's a grifter. That's what it is, grifter. Disney is the most crazy. Yeah, she ended. Like, it's like a lot of her thumbnails are terrible. It's like, dude, you're literally falling into the whole complaint about like about video essays. Look, hold on. Look at this. Mandalorian Grogu made me want to quit reviewing movies forever. Then yeah, just stop reviewing movies. I think there was one time, I think in the video that I was talking about with Mike, she was it something I remember hearing was that, you know, she ended up you know, I don't know what was, but she ended up she was asked if there was any movie she recommended by someone, and then she kind of told her friend, no, there's no movies, there's no good movies. And like, dude, then you're like, from what I hear from movies with Mike or with Mark, all right, all she does is like she watches the same movie. She complains about Disney and all that, but she complains about Marvel, Star Wars, and all that. You know, saying that there are no good movies, but she just isn't looking deeper. There are great movies out there. Every reason why I'm done with Tom Holland Spider-Man, to be honest. Marvel's Relentless Push. Oh yeah, forgot about. It's kind of funny coming from a woman. Ah! Didn't know what's acceptable in marrying Star Wars. That's not a good thing. Yeah, it's almost manipulative in my opinion. It's not race bending, it's intentionally miscasting the character, and it's wrong. I think Avengers Doomsday might end Marvel Studios. New plot leaks revealed. So were you right, or because there's a lot of, because like I was wrong about Starfleet Academy, and I'm like, dude, so are you actually wrong or are you right? Because that makes me question a lot of these movies. YouTube Markiplier humiliates high. You know, it's kind of funny because Superman is an unbelievable disaster. Actually, that's kind of funny because yeah. Yeah. You'll ruin Batman if you be the brave and the bold, dude. Made for his that's kind of, you know, she seems to really like making videos about how terrible, how girl boss characters are terrible. You know, it's kind of crazy though, cause let's go on her channel. She's an independent filmmaker. So she's an independent filmmaker. Think about a movie with her. Like, look at Viz Divas stuff. She's almost like, it's like she almost prays for it. Super Mario Galaxy movie is a cinematic disaster and it actually did well in the box office. Alright, well. Michelle Jones Watson, Pierre's longest on-screen love interest. No, I thought she was cool. Zendaya Chani is ruining the Doom franchise. She seems to throw around girl bossery. I thought she was cool, and I thought Zendaya's character in Dune was cool. But I've only seen the first one. I don't know about the other two. Please cancel. Yeah. Why I love girl bossing and bit. Weren't you just criticizing? Weren't you just like you have him on a thumbnail? Weren't you just criticizing girl bosses? What are you talking about? I don't know. She's a interesting individual. I'm gonna go